Hi, I'm Dee, and I'm the Spicy Librarian.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I am tired, but for good reason.
We had a couple of margs.
For anyone that's listening and not watching, Dee is sat here in the biggest sunglasses. Are we feeling fragile today?
I'm feeling cute.
Feeling cute.
I'm feeling cute. Might delete immediately.
Yeah. Might cut
Hang
this
on, let me
out.
give you my eyes back so you can see how angry I am with you at all times. There we go. That's going to work better.
You want to tell everyone why we are tired and
I'd
fragile?
love to, but I cannot remember the name of where we went yesterday.
We went to a romance showcase.
We did. We went to the MJ imprint for Penguin Random House.
We did.
How did I forget that?
It was only, how many marks did you have?
I mean, there's a song somewhere, as Vicky has been singing at me this morning.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We met some other independent romance bookshop owners,
Yeah.
which was fabulous.
Really wholesome, actually. Yeah, it was really lovely to meet them. And we got to see some proofs of books that are coming up.
We did some exciting stuff coming out.
And most importantly, so there was a quiz. We were stressing about it.
Yes, because as much as we love the romance genre, we know what we know and we make up the rest.
But actually, surprisingly, we came third.
We came third, and we were
Yeah.
only missed out on the top spot by 2 points.
By 2 points.
2 points.
I'm not even going to be cocky. All I did was write the answers.
I was
down.
going to
couldn't
say, if you'd have
contribute a
stepped
single
up,
thing.
you'd had that in the bag.
I think I got one.
You genuinely
Yeah.
were the worst person on the team.
I was,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah, I got one of them and that was it. I was
Yeah.
carried.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was fun. It
I'm
was
glad you
good.
realised this. So, in true library fashion, what books have you checked out this week?
I just finished Daggermouth.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to not spoil a single thing, but it's good to read dystopian. I've not read dystopian in a long time.
Yeah.
It was really, really good to read. And they are like proper enemies to lovers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which
So-
is nice.
I haven't read it. As everybody, well, probably everybody knows, I was the last person to have stock of the indie, and I know it's going traditional in July. I had all the copies here, and I was so excited to have them in. I forgot to get one for myself. So I have not read it, and I don't have a copy. And I will never get that copy now. And I own a bookshop, and I missed out on that opportunity.
And you saved one for me. Out
I
of all of that.
100% I did.
But didn't
And
get
I
one for
did
you.
not get one for myself. I was like, oh,
No.
there's one for Katie. La la la. Other bits I need, jobs I needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So sorry to me. Sucks to be me. But no, I'm looking forward to reading that.
That was really, really good. And then I am also reading Games Gods Play because our
Book club.
book club, which by the time this comes out, will be after. At some point, you'll
nobody
see
knows.
this.
It was
episode.
probably 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Book
A
club
book
happened
club
yesterday.
happened yesterday, okay.
I wonder if Katie read it.
We should find out.
Yeah. I have been reading. What have I been reading? I've been reading a lot. So I'm going to check. Bear with. Hold. Okay, so I have read. I think the last time we spoke, I'd finished reading Pounded by Produce, which I had a great time.
Yeah.
I read Aaron's Obsession, which I feel like has been out for a long time, Jolie Vines. So the major premise and the selling point of the book is actually just a very small part of the book, but it's a dark romance, and it's sold on 5 girls, 20 guys, hide and seek. If he catches you, he claims you, and you belong to him.
How do they get knocked out at not the women?
I mean, I feel that went far.
How is 20 on 5?
Because the men fight each other.
Oh, right, okay.
So if they get an inkling as to where one of the women are, and they're chasing after them, they physically fight and bloody each other and stuff to get to proper kind of primal sexual Hunger Games. So there are another 2. It's a very small part of the book, actually.
Yeah.
And then a lot of it goes on with what happens after the FMC is claimed. There are 2 others with 2 of the other cast members. Characters.
Cast members.
I don't know what I'm talking about today.
You're reviewing a play.
I know. I was in a play. It was no. So I can't wait. I am going to read those other two. So that was good. So I did a reread of Bloody Black, which is our dark romance book club book. I read it last year. It's an independently published book currently, and it was one of my favourite books of last year. So I wanted to do a reread, ready for book club. And the Games Gods play, I did do a reread of that back in January anyway. So those two, I'm ready for 2 of the 3 book club books. So I did that, and what am I currently reading? I've just finished Ruby Darling, Speak, and I'm just about to start the second one, which is Stutter.
Okay.
And that's, again, dark. It's academia. She doesn't speak, and it's reverse harem. I'm having a good time.
These sounds like great picks, actually.
They are good picks, actually. I'm enjoying my reading again at the minute.
Yeah, like a good mixture across the sort of genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoying.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
Wow, Vic's leading this one, I believe.
Oh, God, that's scary.
very exciting.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, Vish.
I know. So I have put together a couple of quick red flags versus green flags, like yay or nays type.
I'm assuming in books and not real life.
In tropes.
Okay,
so
cool.
we've got tropes, we've got dark romance tropes, and then we've got habits. So we will caveat this really quickly and say that they're not necessarily red or green flags, maybe more preferences for you
Oh,
guys.
so green,
Okay.
yes, red, no.
Basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, tropes,
This is
dark
fun.
romance, and then
I know.
habits.
We have little flags.
You guys are so excited about
We're
it's
so excited
killing
about
me.
props.
So, starting off with tropes, we've got a couple here, and these are general book romance tropes, but sort of wide romance tropes. So, first one, enemies to lovers.
Oh, massive green flag
Yeah,
for me.
huge green flag.
Love enemies to lovers.
It's one of my favourites.
Same.
Yeah. Proper enemies, though.
Proper.
Not like,
pretending,
oh,
not
he
like
hates
I'm
her.
mildly inconvenienced by you.
Yeah. Hates her for 5 minutes.
Like trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
Enemies. Yes. I'm
Green
in.
flag.
I'm all in with that one.
So, then on the same vein as that, the grumpy sunshine couple.
Green flag for me.
Yeah, same. Because I think they go hand in hand quite a lot.
Yeah.
In a lot of the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. He's always
And I
friendly.
tell you what I do like, and you don't see it a lot, where she's fucking miserable and he's happy.
No, because a happy, cheery man like that pisses me off. I can't.
I mean, they're not all written for you.
Well, in my mind, they should be if I'm reading it.
Okay.
But yes.
Yeah, but no, I haven't seen that a lot in books. I do love
Yeah.
Grumpy Sunshine, and you are right. I do think it works better with the man being grumpy.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I haven't seen it a lot where the woman is grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like what is that? Black cat golden retriever energy, isn't it, basically?
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I've got none of the words because I had all the margaritas.
So, this one, again, probably more your contemporary, but fake dating. How do we feel about the fake dating?
I'm indifferent to it. I'm red and green flagging that one. I'm indifferent to that. I've read it and it's done well. And it's never been a trope. It's not a trope that I would see on the back of a book and go, definitely a me book. But I don't mind it. Mm-hmm. So it's a meh.
I quite like it. I'm going to green flag it. I'm a fan, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I like if I'm reading contemporary and I want it to be like a swoony romance, I like the slow falling in love with each other from a fake scenario to begin with kind of vibe.
But then sometimes you do get with the fake vibe, it's the forced proximity, it's the kind of, the fake enemies to lovers that we were just talking about, that kind of mild inconvenience to lovers or rivals to lovers. I think that's that fine line, isn't there?
Yeah.
So long as they don't, if it's a fake dating kind of not sure of each other, if they don't try and sell me it as an enemies to lovers, I'd like it more.
Okay. Okay.
And now what fake datings have you read then?
Oh, I don't know.
I was trying to think, do I?
There's a really good one, the Windy City series. There's
Not
a
read any
really
of
good,
those.
really good one in that fake
Okay.
dating.
Which one?
No, they get married at the beginning of the book. It's like a
Ooh.
drunk thing. They get married, and he is obsessed with her. And
I tell you what,
Okay.
Bullrush by Maggie Rawdon. They call it a dark cowboy. I can't remember it being that dark, but then I am depraved. So it might very well be dark. But they were married. Don't think the divorce went through properly or something like that, and she needs something from him, so he's like, you've got to pretend to be married to me still for, I can't remember if it was 30 days or 90 days or something like that. I remember that being very good. It doesn't sound like I remember it being very good because I clearly don't remember the book at all.
But you remember so
I am
parts of
Dory
it.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good book, and that was... Is it fake dating if they're pretending they're still married? Or they're
Yeah.
pretending the marriage is still working? I
guess
guess
so.
it fits in the trope, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my one for that.
I can't think of any.
No, Daggermouth's arranged marriage. That's the bit that
That's-
I'm at in Daggermouth.
Yeah.
Has everyone read that book but me?
I think so.
At the moment, yeah, it's going
It's
that
really
way.
good.
That's really bad because you two don't read anything anymore.
Excuse me, I read it all the time. Yeah. I do nothing else.
Okay,
Yes,
I need to
that's-
step up.
Daggermouth is fake dating and proper enemies to lovers. Ooh. Forced proximity.
She shoots him.
She shoots him.
Did he
They
deserve
batter
it?
each other.
audibly gasped.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
They absolutely. It's very Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Have you seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
I have, but I hated it.
Did you?
I think it's because at the time he was cheating on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie,
Oh, so
and I was
from, like,
just
a
like, "You're a
personal-
toad."
Yeah. So you just like from a person. You just
Yeah.
don't like Brad Pitt at that point.
I don't mind him now. He's quite handsome as he's got a lot older. But at the time, I was like, "You cheating, dirty dog."
Yeah.
And
do you know what?
that
Valid.
really affected how I felt about the movie. And all I remember about it is always, bastard. I don't remember the film at all. I'm just like, oh, don't tolerate you.
Well, in it, they obviously have that fight scene, don't they? Right at the end.
Don't remember.
That's the vibes that Daggermouth gives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good. They batter each other.
Multiple times.
Yeah, more than
Okay.
once.
And I'm only a third of the way in.
It happens a lot. There's a lot of violence.
Well,
They're just permanently injured throughout the whole book.
I might have to borrow back the book I could not save
Yeah.
from my store.
Yeah.
I can't though, because it would upset me how you've treated the book.
It's in good condition because I know it's an indie cover.
Okay, fine.
So that's in pristine condition.
Fine. Understood.
Fab. So the next one is, bear in mind, this is framed within general romance and not just dark. The MMC having a tragic backstory that explains everything.
Oh, who did this to you? Green flag.
Red flag.
Why?
Explains everything away.
Yeah.
No.
So he's an asshole, but there's a reason.
No. In romantasy, absolutely. Don't know why my brain works that way. But in contemporary, if he's like a fucking...
So if he's got wings, it's okay?
If he's like a managing director called Chad, and he's an asshole because of his nan died, sorry, Chad, grow the fuck up. Do you know what I mean?
What if it's a mafia style? His name's Jack, and his mother used to cut him repeatedly for being really bad, and now he's like got an aversion to knives and can't, help you out with your cooking incident. I don't know why. That's not a book. That's not a book.
Randomly, yes.
Somebody write that.
Can't help you with the cooking.
Yeah. I don't even know how to answer
I
that.
can't remember what we're talking about.
Where that was going.
We were talking about Chad.
I think so in dark romance, in
feel
my
like-
brain, in dark romance and in romantasy, if they're like tortured or whatever, but still, at what point can you just make everything an excuse for all of your actions? It just can't be, can it?
Well, maybe your nan dying, no, but your mother cutting you, yes.
I don't know. Even in romantasy, they'll be like, "Oh, I was tortured 1,000 years ago." You've had no personal development in 1,000
Get over
years.
it.
I feel like if we ever really genuinely upset Katie, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Like, sorry is not good enough.
You can't have an excuse for all of your behavior based on something that's happened to you. Red flag.
This one's not going to go down well at all.
I quite
Next
like a
one.
tragic backstory.
Is the second chance romance.
What? Define that for me.
So from what I know, it's normally that they've been together.
And something broke up. But
And
it's never
something
usually...
breaks them up.
So
But it's never normally like a fault thing.
no, it's usually bad timing or somebody's parent died.
Yeah.
Maybe Chad's nan died and he had to move away to be at the funeral and then run her gingerbread factory. That
You getting these idea where
This has
Why
gone
is
from a
it-
dark romance to a Christmas special.
basically. What a pivot.
well, he's a CEO of something. I mean, this is a Hallmark movie.
yeah, this is this.
And then his nan died and he became grumpy and he had to move away to run the gingerbread factory.
And comes back.
And then he comes back into town and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, I had to do that. But I managed to sell it to who's the company that is it Tollmark or whatever makes the cookies or something in America?
This is now we're deep dive. We've deep dived on the Titanic, and now we can just script an entire Hallmark Christmas movie based on Chad's origin story.
Netflix, call me. I've got ideas.
So second chance romance.
It's normally childhood. Like I've read 2 within the past year, and they were both sort of childhood sweethearts.
I'm going to go
Split
red
up.
flag because it's usually hand in hand with friends to lovers, and that's just icky to me because there is nothing about being really good friends with somebody and then being like, cool, I want to see you naked now. That's not like giving me itchy skin. Like, it's not a comfortable situation. I don't like it. Don't do it. Don't make a move on me, Katie. We're friends. It just feels wrong.
I love a second chance.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I love a redemption arc.
No, once you're a twat, you're always a twat.
So dramatic change of pace. How are we feeling about the single dad trope? That's bold of you though, because you love Cade.
Daddy Cade will always have a special place in my heart. However, I'm just lining my flags up when I get into this. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know if I like that one specifically because I like him as a character. I'm not interested in being a stepmom. And I have a kid.
Donna
Absolutely
is
the fuck
violently
not.
waving her red flag.
That's so aggressive.
No. I don't. If you've got even a slightly unreasonable dog, I'm not. I'm
You're put out
sorry.
by that,
I'm
just
out.
not- yeah, just not doing
You've
it.
got you've got koi carp that take a lot of looking after, and so I'm out. I'm sorry. It's too much commitment.
Do you know what, for me as well, anywhere, whether it's single dad, single mom, whatever, when I'm reading, I don't want to be reading about motherhood. I'm trying to,
Get away from it.
I think that a lot of them romanticize motherhood, and when you're a mom, you obviously read it and you're like, well, that doesn't happen because she'd be knackered all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah. She's not.
So it's not that I'm against it or anything like that. Personally, for me, I don't enjoy reading it because I'm like, oh, it's just not really like the scenario.
I get
I'd
that,
like to imagine.
and at no point in any of our opinions here are we saying that this is not for everybody
No.
and anybody. This is just not for us.
Yeah.
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 It's almost like I set you up here.
I love parenting. I don't
Moving
wanna
swiftly
read
along.
about it.
The pregnancy trope.
Oh, red flag.
It depends on the book.
So pick up both flags, please.
All right. Jeez. Oh my God. I'm in so much
Depends on
trouble.
the book.
Well, there's a dog in the shop. It depends on the book.
Tell us a good one and a bad one then.
Bad one, I agree with you. It's got to be the whole Akatar thing.
I mean,
I've saved the world. Everything's rosy. I've had 5 minutes to sit down. All of a sudden, wow. Vicky just did a massive pelvic thrust towards me. And now I'm going to have to put my sunglasses back on. Yeah.
yeah, you just want to have a baby.
No. However, I did read one once, and this is going to be a terrible story because I don't remember what it was called. It was contemporary. It was a couple that were going through all sorts of problems because they'd been trying to have a baby and it wasn't working. They were going through so many problems, and it was miscommunication, which I usually don't like as a trope. I hate miscommunication as a trope because I'm just like, just talk to each other. However, one thing and another happens. They're just about to decide to go their separate ways because they both love each other so much, but they can't seem to get it across. Everything that they're saying is being misconstrued by the other person. And then after years of trying with IVF and help and this, that, and the other, she falls pregnant naturally. And it was just like, oh, that's a nice bow. I'm happy with that situation. But I feel like it was a big part of the entire book that they were trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So that made sense.
Okay.
And the last one of the general romance tropes is a power dynamic.
Ooh, so boss employee kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Green flag.
Yeah, don't dislike it, don't care for it, don't really... I mean, have I read it? Yeah, Under Your Scars, he's her boss.
I quite like, in like a contemporary romance, I read the Dreamland Billionaire series by Laura Nasher.
Oh, yeah.
I love those books.
Okay, I've
And-
never read a Lauren Asher, actually. We have them in the
Yeah.
shop, but I've never read one.
And I don't know why I love it. In real life, if a man was like, quit your job, you don't need to do anything, I'm going to look after you because I'm this big super...
Actually, yeah.
Oh, 100% no. That's a red flag.
No, I'm joking,
And I
of
know
course.
you wouldn't
Absolutely.
do that
I
either.
mean, I work
Yeah.
all the hours there are in the week, and then
Exactly.
some more that I steal from next week.
Yeah. So if that was real life, I would be like, that's gross. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in a book, when she's just like living her best life, the only thing she's worrying about is, I don't fucking know, trying to open her bakery that he's paying for while he's in his big
Gingerbread
meetings.
factory, right?
That's, yeah, going
Nana's
back to
one.
the gingerbread factory.
Chad went and looked
Chad.
after it. Now he sold
Yeah.
it to
But I'm
Billionaire's
not
girlfriend.
giving up anything for a Chad. Sorry, Chads.
But Chad, no, we're not. No, it's not. Chad's not the billionaire. Chad was looking after Grandma's gingerbread
Okay.
factory and then sold it to your billionaire boyfriend, who's letting you then
Yeah.
run it. He bought it in your name. Chad's going back for his second chance romance.
That Chad's a nice guy.
Chad,
yeah.
Chad's getting a redemption arc.
We don't do second chances, Chad. I also like a power dynamic where it looks as though he has the power, but she has all the power.
Isn't that every relationship?
Yeah. And not really. But in dark romance, I don't think that works a lot.
No, I think it does. I think it
Yeah.
does. I think it
she's-
does because, yeah, he does bad things, but he does bad things for her. He's her monster.
I've read a couple where he's just a monster.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're full romance books.
Dark romances. There's a few
Yeah,
dark
but-
romances.
No,
where-
I think if it's a romance book and it's a massive powerful MMC, generally speaking, the power is he uses that power for her. He becomes her protector, her...
Hold that thought because we will be coming on to that later.
Oh, we've breached a barrier.
We've jumped ahead.
We've gone off script again.
We've derailed it.
Oh, no.
So, dark romance tropes now. So, dark
Yes.
romance, like specific tropes. Stalking.
Fuck yeah. Give it to me all the time.
Green
Break into my
flags
house.
for 3 weeks straight.
I want you to tell me where I am.
But you
Like,
are
all
not,
the time.
like, but no stabbing your mattress.
I mean, don't touch my furniture. But if I'm supposed to be somewhere and I'm not there and you're like, I fucking know you're everywhere abouts, why are you not at this place?
I
That's
love
just
that.
Considerate.
I love that. But the practicality is my stalker would just be like, fucking hell, you've got lost again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are
Go
you?
left. No, your other left.
Mine would just see me sat on the sofa and be like, can you do something? This
Yes,
is so boring.
yeah,
like,
really boring.
not
Watch it.
go anywhere. Yeah.
Amazing. I have a feeling I know how this one's going to go, but touch her and die.
Fuck yes. Green flags.
This is the problem
all
with the
the
dark
way.
romance. It's all green. We're nuts.
And
Yeah.
again, that works because if we bring it back to Chad,
Chad is contemporary. He's an executive. He hasn't got a backbone.
no, but see, it doesn't work in a contemporary space because if I heard touch her and die in a contemporary setting, I'm like, that's abusive or just icky.
No, you see now, if Chad turned round to whoever she was, and we never gave her a name, back
Poppy.
home, and he was like Poppy.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? Of course it's Poppy. Or Rose.
And
She-
Rose.
She's definitely got a floral name.
Yeah.
So Chad left Poppy, went to look after Grandma's gingerbread factory because she died and that's why he's grumpy.
Yeah.
He then's like, oh, I miss Poppy, and then sells Gingerbread Factory to your billionaire boyfriend so you can get your bakery on.
Yeah.
He goes back to Poppy. Poppy's then with Frank. Frank touches her with his physical hands,
Yeah.
as opposed to his metaphorical hands.
As opposed to what? Frank's a shadow
Shadows.
daddy.
Yeah, shadows. It's always fucking shadows. Although it would never be the same book if he touched her with his rainbows, would it? It's not the same book. No. So Frank's touching Poppy. Chad's come, he's got his bunch of roses. He sees them, jaw open, drops the flowers on the floor, gutted. Then chops Frank's hands off.
Puts them in the gingerbread.
Listen, I'm now interested in who Chad is as a person. I'm like, okay, Chad, I'm listening.
But you've just made a massive I was thinking Chad's punching Frank, not chopping both of his hands off. So at some point in your contemporary, we've just slipped and fell into
Listen.
dark just then.
Touch her and die is not punching Frank. Touch her and die
In contemporary, it would be.
Well, my Chad was chop his hands off.
I mean, yeah, I'm scared of Chad now, but
I feel like we're getting further and further away from that Netflix deal.
yeah, we are. Netflix are not going to touch that.
They were like, yeah. Oh, no, I'm out.
No, thank you. How are we going to find someone with no hands to play Frank in the second half?
Green screen, obviously.
Oh, God. So we're agreed. Green flag in dark romance.
I can't remember what we're talking about.
Touch her and die.
Oh, yes. No, absolute green flag. 100%. Yeah, big fan. Next.
I can fix him.
I don't know, because I feel like the she that can fix him in the book situation is me as a reader. If the FMC is like, I'll just put you in a nice suit and you can meet my dad and it's fine.
So interestingly, I couldn't think of any that I'd read where she
No.
was like, I can fix him, because that doesn't, for me, scream strong FMC, which is what I
No.
tend to be drawn to. But the ones that came back, Chantal Tessier, apparently a couple of hers are, obviously I've not read all of the Lord's books.
Yeah, so no, they're not for me.
Yeah, Feyre and Tamlin. Tamlin's redemption
No.
arc.
That man does
and
not
then-
get a redemption arc.
And then Lee Rivers came up with Zayd and the main guy from Insatiable.
No, because with Stacey, right? With
Yeah.
Stacey, he clearly, and I don't know that it's stated as well, but from an intellectual point of view when you're reading it, he clearly hates her so much because he still loves her, and he hates
Yeah.
himself that he still loves her.
He does. He's
So
disgusted
it's not
by himself.
yeah,
isn't he?
absolutely. So that's not an I can fix him moment, I don't think, because she's just like, oh, you know.
She's kind of like intimidated by how much he hates her. I don't think she's trying to fix him.
No, I don't think she is.
No. I think she kind of.
I feel underqualified to answer this one because I've not read it enough. But as a concept, I feel like the whole trying to find redeemable features in the MMC is for the reader to find. I don't think I've ever read anything where the FMC is trying to find redeemable features in the MMC.
Yeah.
I don't think I've read that, so I don't even think I can flag that one.
Kidnapping.
Yep.
Unashamedly waving my green flag.
Green flag. Yeah. Why not? You know, that's a fun time. I don't actually know if I've read many. Little Stranger. Ties her up in a barn, doesn't he, for a few days? But I don't know if I've read any books from like it.
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to
MMC,
think. I've
yeah.
gone quiet because I'm trying to think.
Kidnap someone right at the beginning, and then that's like unless it's like a mafia. But again,
No, don't know that I've read that many. Tell us which of your dark romance books where there's actual kidnapping in it.
yeah.
In the kind of MMC to kidnap the FMC, or vice versa, because I can't think.
I'm just thinking that would be a fun time if you were the FMC.
100%.
Have you seen those videos on TikTok where the guy's driving the car with the mask on, and then the girls in the back.
It's like where we're going. We're having a great time. Like, I never thought this would happen to me. I'm so excited.
It'd be a great time.
These are a bit tight, but it's totally fine. I'm okay. Yeah, I've seen them. They're brilliant.
So funny.
I feel like that's us.
Yeah.
Do feel like they go round the corner, stop, kick us out.
Kick us out, put us back. Be like, that's not worth it.
Talks too much,
Yeah.
can't deal. Not worth the jail time. No. Yeah.
And I've not read any of these, but I'm interested to hear your opinions on a bully romance.
Okay, so I have read the Zodiac Academy series, which we have in store and not many people stock. It's been out a long, long time. Everyone thinks the Twisted Sisters are American, but someone told me recently that they're British, so we need to check that. But, did we check? I forget, I've spoken to you before. Who are you? So, books, specifically book 1 and, pretty much all the way through, to be fair, but certainly in the earlier books, there are 4 MMCs. And they are like rule the school kind of cool kids, heirs to thrones of whatever. And the 2 twin sisters who are the main FMCs, they fucking hate them.
Okay.
As in, like, try and kill them. Like, drown them in the school swimming pool in front of people, kind of kill them. And it's proper bully. And it is... I ate those first books up like cake.
See, I'm holding up my red flag because, I don't know, I feel like a bully romance, it just feels a bit like abuse from the get-go.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
Bullying towards the FMC.
Caveat, I am not a fan of abuse.
In real life.
Yeah, real life,
in
absolutely not.
I don't, it feels very, especially if it's like MMC to FMC, you know, like how little kids will always say, like, oh, if he hits you or whatever, it's because he likes you. You ever heard of that?
I have heard that, actually. They make fun of you because
They
like you. Yeah. Put the old pulling the pigtails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then if I read bully romance, I'm like, oh, he just doesn't know how to be around a woman, so he's being mean. Just because that's how he's trying
No,
to.
so Zodiac Academy first books, it's not that they don't know how to be around a woman, because they have lots of women who fawn over them for their status, etc. And they were like, these fuckers, no, get out of my school, get gone. Whether you walk out or you die, I don't care.
How does that turn into like a romance situation then?
Gonna have to read the books.
Okay.
TBR, expand it.
Because I don't think there's any way that a man could bully me like that and then I'd eventually be like, oh, actually, he's fit.
Shadows.
Okay.
One of them said, I was going to say a dinosaur, but that's not true. One of them's a dragon shifter.
Okay.
One of them's a siren. One of them's a vampire. And the other one is a werewolf.
Okay.
See, Vicky made noises.
Really?
I'm with you on the bully. I don't get it. I don't know at what point after being tormented you're suddenly
Honestly,
like, let's
so
bang.
yeah, the first few books in the Zodiac Academy series, if I'm trying to explain the type of vibe to anybody, it's Harry Potter, the university years crossed with Love Island.
That's a wild.
It is wild.
Wild.
It is wild.
But yeah, I think even if it's supernatural or fantasy or whatever, the trope in itself I don't understand.
Have you read it?
No, I want to.
Okay, so
need to.
we'll come back to this at a later episode. 3 or 4 years time when Katie's read
When
some.
I read
but,
it.
Yeah. But we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should. In fact, I might make you read the first couple of books of that series just to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like it in any other book? Because you enjoyed it in that
I
one.
don't know. I see. That's when you say bully, that's the first thing I think of is like that one, because it was just horrible. I don't know that I've read much else, but that's like a 9-book series, and it happens a lot.
Okay.
Because obviously not all 4 characters warm up to them at the same time.
And all I'm thinking of is then, in my mind, the FMCs, they just get bullied and then they're like, I I kind of like him now. I don't know.
No,
It doesn't
it's not
sit
like
with
that.
me.
It's not like that.
Okay.
No, it's not like that at all. In fact, I mean, I could tell you stuff, but it might it's spoilers.
Oh,
It's,
no. But it's not me this time. I'm glad that's on
I
record.
haven't. You said I just didn't do it. You can't say it's not you, and I just didn't do it.
So, in taboo romance, age gap and forbidden love. Sometimes those cross over, sometimes they don't.
So age gap for me is a red flag when it's romancy and, yeah, she's really young, typically 18, 19, 20.
Yeah,
and he's 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. I get that with one caveat. Mm-hmm. If he's 1,000 but was like frozen in ice at 20 and is
So it's
recently
not-
thawed out.
Yeah.
So he's been around for 1,000 years, but he's only been around for 20.
Yeah, then that's
Then I'm
fine.
okay because it's an age gap, but he wasn't
Yeah.
really awake, so it's not like he's got,
Years of
years of experience on her.
and choosing a 19-year-old.
I think that's it for me. I think it's experience versus actual physical years.
And on the same premise, if she's 18, 19,
She's never 18 or 19. Even if the book says she's 18 or 19, I'm like, nah, she's 36.
yeah, I changed that so
Yeah.
fast as well.
Yeah.
Anything under 18.
I say, so just to put into context, I read two with taboo age gaps that I had to heavily edit in my brain. He was 17, she was 25, and she
No.
was 17 and he was 36.
No.
See, yeah.
Red flags.
All
Red
the way,
flags.
all the way, red flags.
Anything under 18 is an absolute no all of the time.
If she's 23, 24, and he's her ex-boyfriend's dad, totally fine with that.
Sexy.
Quite hot.
Wouldn't mind it.
Would give it a go.
Would try at least once.
Yeah.
But yeah, 17.
No.
Yeah, heavily doctored in my brain. Everyone has
Can you
to be
tell
at
us what
least-
those books were?
There was a motorcycle. It was like a motorcycle gang series. But yeah, everyone in my brain is over 21. Has to be.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't. Teen, not happening.
No.
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 No. Cool.
No.
Where do we stand on dubious consent?
Oh.
This is a
Not to
trick.
set you
How's-
up at all.
It depends on how dubious. I would take that on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, I think it was going to be very hard to give a blanket red or green flag.
No.
Because in some situations, I'm like, that's an absolute no. And in others, you're like, that could be a fun time.
The Ritual, Chantal Tessier, we've talked about it before. People absolutely love that book. I restock it every week in the store. People love it. My personal opinion, if she is unconscious, she's not having a good time, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Just my personal opinion. So that is, yeah, that would be considered dubious consent, but for me, that's just not.
Which is totally valid, and I'm
Yeah.
completely setting you up there.
Yeah. Hate you.
Love you too. Mm-hmm. The MMC is a little bit toxic to her.
In what respect?
That's what you're getting.
Green flag.
He's toxic to her. So, like, when me and Katie talk, when he's like, he roughs her up a little bit.
Fucks her up. He
Because
has
we
to do
have
green
this
flag.
conversation that, like, it doesn't end.
Hand necklaces,
Yeah.
bruises on the hips, carpet burns on the knees.
Yeah, but not even just sexually. Like,
Yeah.
he's just rough, and, like, anger doesn't stop
Because
because he loves her.
yeah, I have this. Me and Vicky have spoken about this before. In a lot of dark romance books, where the man is like uncontrollably angry enough he can kill anyone that looks at her, but will never touch her, is so unrealistic. If he's got past trauma or he's angry for a reason, that anger has to come onto her at some point. Because it's not realistic otherwise that he can suddenly not contain his anger to everyone else, but can contain it around her.
And in the same vein as that, if you talk to any charities, which I have done this week because we now have a charity box in the shop,
Yeah.
and it is for a fabulous charity called Safeline, and they work with a lot of SA survivors and domestic abuse survivors. They say that sometimes it's the other way around. So when guys have so much anger in them that they don't know, and it's obviously not just guys, but in this instance we're talking about MMCs, they have so much anger in them that when they go home, the person they're most comfortable with, the person they most love, is the person who gets it because that's who they can be themselves with.
Yeah.
So in what you're saying there, I agree with that, and it doesn't make sense. But equally, it's a book. It's not meant to make sense. In the same way as we read books with dragons in.
Yeah. And just prefacing that because we then just held our green flags up, that we're not talking about the fact that we think that that's okay.
No, I personally, I'm okay with it in a sexual setting. I don't know that I would. I don't know if I've ever read anything where he's toxic to her in a physical sense and it's not been sexual. I don't think I've read that.
I have. And
Titles?
Daggermouth.
Okay.
That happens a lot before they even get
Alchemized,
close.
but I DNF'd it for that reason.
What's another one? That's Sick Love, I think.
Again, not read that.
I'd even go so far as to say Hunting and Haunting.
Blood and Ash.
No, I don't think he's toxic towards her, is he?
Blood and Ash, he is.
In Haunting, he is the beginning of their relationship.
Yeah.
He stalks the poor woman.
Yeah, but are we saying that that's toxic? Because
think
then
the
we
way
were
he
talking
does
about
it-
stalkers previously, and I'm green flagging that in a book setting. But I wouldn't put that under the same umbrella
But I
as
still think that's
like physical
toxic.
toxic.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like he beats her up, but I'm saying he doesn't understand boundaries and crosses them. For
Yeah.
me, that's toxic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't got to lay hands to be toxic.
Yeah, there's a lot. And
I think
also unpack-
I think laying hands outside of the sexual side of things is an absolute no for me.
And I think it happens a lot in romantasy books. From Blood and Ash, for example, there's a scene where she's running and he chases after her, pins her down and bites her because he's pissed off that she's just stabbed him in the stomach.
That's retaliation.
So then there's a line there of like what you would consider, and that's what I mean. I'm not saying
Well,
that
I
it's
would.
just
I wouldn't
she-
consider if he did that and she hadn't done anything. She was just trying to get away from him.
Yeah.
That's toxic. She stabbed him.
And I think
Bitten
in a
her.
lot of cases, there is then that conversation of, is it only toxic if she is like a smaller, weaker FMC? Or is it also toxic if they batter each other a bit? Because,
Well, I think that's the definition of a toxic relationship.
yeah.
It's not the definition of a toxic MMC necessarily, but it's a definition of a toxic relationship.
Yeah. Which I'm
Huh.
green flagging. I'm big
I'm not going to flag. I'm going to go to therapy.
Yeah. I think it's a good time to read about. I don't like, on the flip side of it, I think if there's no conflict between them, I think it goes very hand in hand with enemies to lovers, which I
Yeah.
like them to be enemies. And if there's nothing between them, I find it a little bit boring.
Yeah, I get that.
Cool. So the last one, we've got 4, which we'll do quick fire, are habits. So DNFing.
Let's fucking go. Green
I mean,
flag.
you more than me. I
Okay.
try not to, but if I'm not having a good time, I will put it down. I only DNF'd 2 books last year.
Yeah.
How many did you DNF last year?
Oh, I don't know. I would need to count it. I sit firmly in the camp that I will not finish a book that I'm not enjoying because it's not a work assignment. It's a hobby. And if I don't like it, I won't read it.
Yeah, I agree. I try not to because I like to give something a go, and sometimes an average book isn't a great book until the ending, and I'm very much sit in that. However, if it gets to a point where I DNF'd 2 books last year, and I don't mind telling you, one of them was Dragon Rider by I cannot remember who, and the other one was Alchemized. Just was not for me. Was draining in a way that I wasn't prepared to carry on with.
Yeah. It's interesting. I can't remember the ones that I DNF'd.
All of them.
There would probably be at least 1 or 2 a month,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will DNF a book. I will read an average book until the end. Don't get me wrong. Like there's loads that I would rate like 3 stars and
Yeah.
I'll finish it and I'm like, that was average.
You can't rest on a 3-star. You can't
Yeah.
because a 3-star is a solid book. It's not going to change your life,
Yeah.
but you were enjoying it at the time. It's a bit like not everything you watch on TV is going to be the best thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But you've seen it.
For me to DNF, it either has to go against something I stand for, like morally, and I just am not going to get on with it. I have to think the writing's really, really bad, or I give it enough of a go where I'm like, I'm just not registering with this whatsoever, and I don't know why I'm putting my evening into it. when this is my free time, and then I'll just put it down.
See, you're saying all of that, and I'm thinking specifically about something you DNF'd, and I mean, I love you, but I hate you at this moment.
What?
I can't. I just can't. Just give me a minute. I'm not looking at you.
Breaking spines.
Fuck off.
Oh, green flag.
No.
I'll crack that baby in half the day I
It makes
get
me want
it.
to vomit. I can't. I can't look at people breaking spines without I get a physical reaction to it.
Oh, I love
Don't
a
do
broken
it.
spine. I cannot read a book like this. And I think...
You don't have to. You can just read a book like a normal person.
Also, I think that a book looks well read.
It looks abused.
I love it. I'll break it and read it.
Where do we stand on listening to things while we read? So either the audiobook, soundscapes, music.
I've done immersive reading where I've listened to the audiobook and read at the same time, and it rarely matches up speed-wise versus what I'm doing, so I struggle with that. I don't mind if there's background noise, but I don't intentionally go and look for it. So I'm going to go with red and green. I do not mind.
I am green flagging it. I will read and listen to brown noise, or I listen to rain soundtracks for 10 hours on repeat. And I cannot read without either of those two things in my ears.
Really?
Yeah. I love it. I feel like that's how I block the whole world out, and I'm like zoned in, and I can't really read. Not that I can't read, that's like my flow state. If I've got my headphones on, something on Spotify, not sponsoring Spotify, there are other platforms that you can listen to things on.
Like, that was the most controversial thing we've said in this episode.
Yeah.
I like...
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if they do want to give us a sponsor, crack on.
We love you.
Shout out to Spotify, we're big fans. Yeah, I love it. Rain sounds. Rain on a tent.
I love that.
To be specific. Yeah.
See, and to round it all off, rating the book 5 stars because the MMC was hot.
Red
Who does that?
flag.
Does anyone do that?
Is that a thing?
Is that a
lot
thing?
of people apparently.
No.
Oh, no.
No, thank
No,
you.
no.
That's
What
a
are
red
you
flag.
doing?
That's not a
No.
5-star.
Don't do that.
Just because he's hot.
No.
So there could be plot holes. The book could be shit. The writing's shit. But because he's hot, it's a 5-star. No.
No.
And then just for us all to have a giggle, I googled some common book talk green flags.
Okay.
Brackets healthy behaviour. And the 4 that came back were respectful communication,
Boring.
No.
Red flag.
No.
physical care,
No.
Boring.
acts of kindness,
I think I'm falling asleep.
and consistency.
Oh, it's giving Chad.
Oh, Chad.
Chad. No.
Chad's
Until
got all
he
the green
chopped
flags.
Frank's hands off.
Yeah, he was doing so
Chad, pre-Frank.
And that's my job to round it off from there.
Oh, thanks, Vish.
well. Love this.
That was fun.
That was
Wasn't
really
it?
fun. We're going to have to do this again.
Like, I feel like we green flag a lot of bad shit.
Yeah, we do. I feel like we probably need to speak to someone afterwards, no?
Priest.
Exorcism.
Well, I guess that's all that's left to be said is if you can't be good, be quiet. It's a library.
Shh.